Our buddy was kidnapped by his stalker. 3, 2, 1. Senior year of college, Bowling Green State University. My buddies lived in a party house. We have a big party Saturday night. Next morning, I'm hanging out in the kitchen with my buddies Kyle, Tex, and Sean, waiting for our buddy Luke to get up. We're going to go grab breakfast, whatever. And then we realize he's not there. Now, Luke, super particular guy, always slept at the house. Sometimes we joke that he has a touch of the tism, which we all do. Don't get offended, Luke. We all have a touch of the tism in a way. But just a really particular dude would never not sleep at our house. So we knew something was up. One of our buddies texts him, not getting the delivered thing. His phone's obviously dead. So we start looking through our camera rolls like, okay, let's try to figure out where Luke is because this is a little bizarre for him. Kyle finds a picture of him making out with this chick who was stalking him for the last 6 to 8 months. And we had tried to blacklist her from our parties, but you know how it is when a party gets big enough, pretty much anybody can get in, especially in college. So we're like, we should probably go over to this chick's apartment because we knew the chick pretty well. Her name, we'll call her Morgan. So we go over to Morgan's apartment. Kyle, Tex, Sean, and I knocking on the door. She opens the door and immediately just very suspicious, like, oh, hey, how are you guys? And we're like, yeah, okay. And Tex literally looks right at her, cut the shit. Where's Luke? Because we had a picture of him making out. So we knew she at least was with him to a certain point in the night. She's like, I have no idea. No clue. Couldn't tell you. We were basically just interrogating her, right? Because we're not going to call the cops or anything. We're just really trying to figure out where our buddy is. So she's like, I don't really know. And just to give you a degree of how serious this was, he had to put a restraining order on this chick. So there's a lot going on here. While we're investigating, you could say, we start hearing this thumping sound well, she has a really small apartment, like one of those where you walk into the kitchen, the living room area, and there's a little hallway back to the bathroom and the bedroom. So we can see her bedroom door from the complex hallway. As we're, again, talking to her, you keep hearing this thumping sound, and it keeps getting louder and louder. And then you hear this cracking sound. We look back. Her bedroom door pops open, and Luke is back there, arms and legs bound, duct tape on his mouth. And we're like, holy shit. So we just go running in, because Luke is not the type to be in that situation willingly. So we're like, what the hell? And mind you, Luke's a huge dude. Luke's 6'5", 6'6", 220 something. Luke is not the type to be in that situation without consent, is what we were thinking. So at first we're like, dude, this is some weird shit going on. What are you doing? Kyle rips the duct tape off his mouth. I'm untying his arms and legs, and he's freaking out. He's like, I don't know how I got here. I was kidnapped. We're like, what the fuck? Dude looks like he's been through World War II. I mean, I was honestly speechless. I'm like, this is the most disturbing thing I've ever witnessed in my life. So as I'm untying him, Kyle turns around to the Morgan chick and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is fucked up. We're getting ready to call the cops, right? Before Kyle could even begin to lecture her, bam, she maces him in the face, pepper spray. He falls to the ground. He's screaming. We turn around like, holy shit. I am just now helping Luke get to his feet. Tex goes running for the door, and she hits him with the frying pan. And we're like, it's all happening so fast where I'm like, holy shit. So me and Luke are scrambling to our feet. We go running in, lock ourselves in the bathroom, because we literally watched this chick, has a frying pan, hits Tex, smacks Sean in the face, like she's beating the shit out of our friends, while Kyle's laying on the ground after being pepper sprayed in the face, screaming and writhing in pain. So me and Luke go run to the bathroom, shut the door, lock it. And I'm hoping one of my buddies calls the cops because my phone's dead. Luke doesn't have his. This is a nightmare situation. She's banging on the bathroom door that we've locked ourselves in, screaming about how much she loves Luke. Just open the door, Tom. Just let him out. Absolutely psychotic breakdown right in front of us. And you're terrified. It's just a horrifying situation to be in, right? You can't make this up. This is pure psychopath stuff. It's just I can't even think of a movie this nuts. So Luke and I are in the bathroom, and I'm pacing nervously. He's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm like, I do not know. I did not expect this to be happening. Hoping that one of my buddies out there would be, hoping that Sean, Kyle, or Tex, who, granted, they got the crap kicked out of them, hopefully one of them would call the cops. And credit to her, right? She beat the shit out of 3 dudes. Almost 4. I mean, we barely got that door shut before she whipped a frying pan at me. It was insane. We're in the bathroom and Luke's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I don't know. Just give me a second here. So she's banging on the door. And it was one of those where the bathroom door swings open into the hallway. So I'm just waiting for her to give us a second to at least talk, like try to de-escalate the situation. And I don't know the condition of my buddy. Kyle literally got maced right in directly in the face, point blank range. The fact that she hit Tex and Sean in the face with a frying pan, like that's insanity. I don't know if they're okay. I don't know what we're gonna do. And she's just beating the shit out of the door. Like I'm waiting for her to chop the door like that Jack Nicholas movie. Like, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
It was terrifying. Wait, and there was just a little bit of hesitation with the door, and I just swing it open. Well, I swung it open as hard as I could because I'm thinking we're gonna have to be ready to defend ourselves. I hit the frying pan. I hit her in the head, and she falls back, falls to the ground. And I come running out, thinking I'm gonna have to fight this chick. Well, no, I knocked her out when I slammed the door because I swung that door open as hard as I could. So she's laying on the ground with the frying pan. We come out. I'm like, is everyone okay? Alice washed his eyes out. They're bloodshot as hell. Tex and Sean both got hit in the face. Tex got a bloody lip. Sean's got a black eye. Just this is insanity, right? And Luke's like, oh, thank you guys so much. And I'm like sitting there like, do we need to call the cops? Like, is this assault? And all of them are like, yeah, by her, that was self-defense. I'm like, yeah, that's actually true. I guess we should just leave. So we left the apartment, and that's also a scene from my movie script, not a real story. The funny thing about that, though, is the character of Morgan that I put in this story is based off of one of Sean's ex-girlfriends who literally lived at our party house. She never left our house for like 6 months. No job, no school, just lived at the house. So I thought that was a good story. Obviously not a true one, but it was a good write-in. I based my whole script off of my buddies from 219 and the city of Bowling Green, Ohio, so I could vividly picture every scenario going down and where it would go, like where it would happen and who would be in it. So it's it's really cool to hypothetically get to, from a creativity standpoint, get to write a script in an area that you've lived in, so you can see yourself just dropping your friends into this scene and it taking place. So script writing is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. I'm really glad I got into it, and I'm gonna keep dropping these occasional scene stories in for everyone because it's fun to do. It's fun to kind of have that plot twist at the end. Actually, this wasn't a real story, so it's been a lot of fun to do that, and Bowling Green, Ohio will always have a special place in my heart. 219 guys, you're my boys for life, and Luke, happy early birthday. Sorry I won't be there. Wedding stuff. But yeah, more script scenes to come. 219 a college kid story coming to a theater near you someday.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get